Welcome back to another rate and review. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Dark Matter Wolf, your host here at the Wolf's Den of Champions, where we do everything Marvel Champions. Today's video is going to be all about Nebula. We're going to rate and review all of her hero kit cards here in her hero kit cards based on 5 categories: board control, survivability, alter ego, versatility, and her ease to set up. So we're gonna go ahead and review every single one of her cards, including her hero card, her alter ego card. And after we do that, we're gonna rate them up on that categories there. So if you're new here, welcome. This is our Marvel Champions YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Champions content. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back to the Wolf's Den of Champions. Here we go. Nebula's pretty crazy. Just gonna start with that. She introduced a new thing for me, and that is going to be technique. So let's go ahead and start with the rate and review. We're gonna start off with her hero card like always. Nebula's hero card here says 2 thwart, 2 attack, 2 defense. She's got a hand size of 5, hit points of 9. She's a guardian trait. Her force response is combat protocols. After your turn begins, resolve the special ability of each technique upgrade you control, then discard each technique upgrade resolved this way. Her alter ego is going to be outlaw trait, cybernetic upgrades response. After you play a technique upgrade, draw 2 cards, limit once per round. Thanos built me for one purpose, to kill. In time, he will regret that. She's a hand size of 6, hit points of 9, so she's kind of squishy here, recovery of 3. This is going to be Nebula here. Her set aside or her hero specific ally is going to be Gamora. Gamora is a 3-cost ally, 2 thwarts, 2 attack. There's something on the sleeve there. Sorry, my OCD bothers me. 1 consequential damage for each, 3 health. Response: after you play Gamora, choose a technique upgrade you control, then resolve its special ability. This here is pretty much kind of like resolve the Black Panther upgrades. Actually, that's Black Panther Shuri's upgrades has that where you it says resolve the special on the Black Panther upgrades. But so this is pretty much kind of where it came from, I guess, like where they brought that into Black Panther. I think this came out, I can't tell you when, 2021, and the Shuri Black Panther came out in 2025. So that's something to think about there. Kind of cool. This is Nebula's ship. It's a unique 2-cost support. Exhaust Nebula's ship, generate 1 wild resource. That's kind of cool. They gave her ship and she generates anything. Here is her 2 upgrades. You get 2 copies of Cutthroat Ambition. It's a technique. While Nebula is in hero form, her attacks gain piercing and overkill. That's really good. Special, remove 3 thwart from a scheme. So that's where you, after you play Gamora, choose a technique card you control, then resolve its special. So you choose one of these, you resolve the special. Here it says force response: after your turn begins, resolve the special ability on each technique upgrade you control, then discard each upgrade resolved this way. So these are going to keep coming out and keep getting discarded. Kind of cool though, because you play them, they cost 1. Well, those cost 1, these cost, well, actually a lot of them actually cost 1. Wow, that's actually pretty cool here. Okay. Let's go and check these out here. You have, well, these are all different. This is a 1-cost upgrade. Evasive maneuvering technique. While in hero form, Nebula ignores the guard keyword, the patrol keyword, and the crisis icon. Special, choose to either stun or confuse an enemy. That is the special. This is going to be unyielding persistence. While in hero form, Nebula gets +1 thwart and +1 attack and gains stalwart. Give Nebula a tough status is her this is her special on that technique there. We got another one here. We got 2 here. Weapons Master. While in hero form, Nebula gains retaliate 1. Special attack, deal 4 damage to an enemy. If you have both of these out, do you get Retaliate 2? Do they stack up? Let me know in the comments. I don't know about that retaliating, about stacking up like that. I want to say it should. It's the only thing that makes sense. Here we get 2 copies of Wide Stance. And while Nebula is in hero form, reduce the amount of damage she takes for each attack by 1. Special, look at the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. Discard 1 and put the others back in any order. Then we get 2 copies of Combat Ready. Alter Ego, choose one of these abilities. It says here, shuffle up to 2 technique upgrades from your discard pile into your deck, and then discard cards from the top of your deck until you discard a technique upgrade. Put that upgrade in play, then resolve its special ability. That's actually pretty cool in that it costs 0. She has quite a few upgrades here that you want to get back into your deck. And the only way to get them back in is either by rotating through your deck, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 of those, or shuffling them back in here with Combat Ready. So technically you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 copies of her cards, because these will shuffle them back in. Maybe just 8 copies, because this doesn't really count. These are events. Kind of. Lethal Intent, you get 3 copies here, where X is the cost and X is the technique here. So hero action, choose up to X technique upgrades you control. Resolve each of their special abilities in the order of your choice. The Guardians were wise to fear me and even smarter to hire me on. I don't know how I feel about Nebula. I really like her, but she seems very, very situational and conditional around her upgrades. After you play a technique upgrade, draw 2 cards. Like, she's got a good hand size, you know. Like, you start Alter Ego 6, you're gonna play an upgrade, right? You pay a cost, whatever, you play the upgrade, draw 2. So you got rid of 2 cards, 1 to pay, 1 to play the technique, because they all cost 1, except for Nebula's ship. I mean, once you get Nebula's ship out, honestly, all these cost 1. They're basically free. So Nebula is definitely the kind of hero where I would play mainly leadership in, to be honest with you. Now, the reason that is because she does her own thing, and then you don't really have enough to do for the villain, the minions, the threat. So like, her board control is she's got no board control. She's got pretty good stats, really great stats here. But she doesn't have any board control. You know, Minion Swarm she's done, Scheme Swarm she's done. I do really like all this whole thing with the upgrades here, and choose up to X upgrades you control, resolve each of special abilities. I mean, I do like this. I do like Nebula. I like that her ship pays for everything. So her ease of setup is kind of there, but like also, you know, it kind of really depends on what you're doing and who you're playing and what's happening on the board. And also kind of like when you draw these and when you play these, like it kind of also matters too. I think Gamora would be very, very, very keen on this, to make her Voltron. So I would, like I said, I would play leadership and focus on keeping Gamora alive and protected, so she can continuously recur these upgrades to resolve. Potentially, if you could even have Nebula just in Alter Ego and just continue to build up your board, draw cards, play them. Gamora, trigger them one by one. Have Gamora do multiple readies to trigger multiple of them. Next turn, play one of these, draw 2 cards again. So your hand size is 6. You're paying 1. If you have Nebula's ship, you're paying none for the card. So you're going to be 5. You draw 2, 6, 7. So you have a hand size of 7 to do a lot of stuff. And if you can just upload these here And then you go for a big swing, because it doesn't say once or anything. This just says do it. It says do all of them. So once you have all of them, if you have all of them, if you have like a bunch, you can just resolve all of them all together, do a crazy amount of like comeback, and then just continue and do the same thing, flip back down. But that's how I would play Nebula. That's how I see this. Just because if you're going to go and just kind of like play one thing at a time, like, what if you don't get the card you need? Like, what if you don't need to deal 4 damage? Well, you always need to deal 4 damage. This is retaliates. While in hero form, Nebula gets 1 attack, 1 thwarts. Ignores the patrols. This is gains piercing and overkill. And then this is reduces damage, the amount of damage. So they do pretty good stuff. She gives me a lot of Black Widow vibes. And it's just, you know, these cards here, you don't really know when you're going to get them and stuff. She doesn't need them to be able to do stuff, but board control is absolutely not there, unfortunately. But, or survivability. She doesn't have a way to heal, and she's very squishy. I think she heals for 1, actually. There's a way to heal there for 1. Her alter ego is very important to draw to because of these techniques. After you play a technique, like I said, the whole way like I would play her. I would definitely play her in alter ego a lot, so that means you would either play her in justice. Mainly leadership is what I would do. Excuse me. And her versatility, I mean, her upgrades do so much different things. She is very, very versatile. I think she could be the definition of a versatile hero. If so far this is the most versatile hero besides Adam Warlock, because I just opened him up and looked at all the stuff that his deck building, you can only play 1 copy of a card that's not his card. So if you want to talk about versatile, that's the guy who's versatile, but she is strong second runner up there. Her ease to set up, like I mentioned, all these cost 1, so it doesn't really cost much to set them up. She doesn't need any specific one of them. It's similar to Black Widow and all of her hero cards. Like, she can just pretty much do all the stuff that she needs to do. For sure, definitely recommend playing in leadership, but we're talking about just the hero cards here. And this card I really love, Combat Ready, because you can return them back to your deck, reshuffle them, get them back, or you can just discard cards from the top of your deck until you get a technique upgrade, and you put the upgrade into play, then resolve its special. So kind of cool, kind of nice. Yeah, I think that is going to be our review here. Nebula seems really fun, but really crazy, kind of like, I don't know, kind of crazy. I would play her a lot, like I mentioned, I would play her a lot in Alter Ego, and just so I don't discard all of these, and then once I get them loaded up, flip over, and boom, just have all the specials. So like it says, force response, after your turn begins, resolve the special ability on each technique upgrade you control, then discard each technique upgrade, resolve this turn. So I would even try to plan it so when my deck is like very thin and like I'm about to run out, I would have them all lined up, flip over, resolve every single effect, they go to the discard, and then I deck out, and then, you know, reshuffle my deck, and then now they're all back in the deck, ready to go again for another big mumbo jumbo swing. Interesting character. I love her. I love her, and she seems really cool. Gamora, I think, is the shine here. Gamora and Nebula ship. These two are very, very important. This is a hero action. This is an alter ego action. And Gamora's not. So this says choose up to X technique upgrade you control. Resolve each of those special abilities in order of your choice. So if you can even like here, this is just a thought, right? You load up on all these upgrades here, and then you flip to hero, right? You play lethal intent. You activate as many as you can, resolve as many as you can. You go on your turn, you do your thing, and then the beginning of your turn, the villain goes. Then now it's your turn. Nebula can then resolve everything, discard everything, so you get 2 for the price of one, if that makes any sense, right? Because you're going to get all these activated, then you're going to activate it again, and they're going to get discarded. So I don't know. She could be also a build character. She's got good stats: 2 defense, 2 attack, 2 thwart. She just doesn't have any wide splashing damages, wide splashing thwart events or abilities. She does give you a lot of cards. I will tell you that. She draws a lot of cards here because, like I said, you can pretty much activate Alter Ego. You're going to want to go to Alter Ego a lot because you're going to want to activate these to draw that to +2. And if you have Nebula Ship, this costs nothing. So you play an upgrade and you activate Nebula Ship to get that resource. You grab a card and then bada bing, bada boom. So that's going to be my rate and review here. This is going to be our ratings. I hope this wasn't a lot. I kind of went quick on this one. My brain just activated on this. I love this. I love Marvel Champions. I love when I am able to see kind of something, and like that's just, I don't know. They did a good job. They did a really good job. Nebula definitely feels like this too. She just does a bunch of her upgrades and then discards them and then fixes herself and then does something again, and then, you know what I'm saying? It feels very Nebula. Very, very Nebula. I love her 2 attack, 2 thwart, 2 defense. It's a little squishy. I wish she had a better recovery because, I mean, she does fix herself all the time. So if this would have been like, after you play a technique upgrade, heal yourself for 2 and draw 1, maybe, would have been perfect because she's always repairing herself and she's repairing herself literally right there. I don't know, but still great design, great. I love it. These are all just my thoughts, and I'm gonna rate her on ease of setup, versatility, alter ego, survivability, and board control. Definitely, we can say that her board control and her survivability are not there. They're just not there. But her versatility, as you can see with her upgrades, is there. Her demand to go into alter ego to get those +2, 100% there, and also her ease of setup, I'm going to give that to her as well. It's borderline ease of setup because the only thing she needs to really be like boom is her ship. Her ship pays for all her upgrades, but all her upgrades cost 1, so it's not like you can't play a card or one of her upgrades, you know what I'm saying? Plus she gets a hand size of 5 and a hand size of 6 when she's an alter ego, so she does get a lot of cards and she's able to just flow through her deck real quick and play these cards, draw more, play these cards, draw more. So she's going to be able to do all that stuff. And she, like I said, she doesn't need these, but she does revolve and rely on these. But she doesn't need these, but she does resolve and revolve around them. So that's going to be my ratings there. This is going to be the Wolf's Den official rating on Nebula, a 3 out of 5. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree with this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you guys so much for watching. YouTube thinks you're going to like this video right here. And for more of our rate and review content, go and click on this playlist right here. This is Dark Matter Wolf reminding you that you matter, and we'll catch you in the next episode here at the Wolf's Den of Champions. Peace.